some hard truth. So this is a big pill to swallow, but depending on the spectrum of where you are on the healing journey, this will make a lot of sense to you and hopefully help. If you're not in a particular place on the spectrum of your healing journey, this may offend you, but eventually when you start to heal, this will help you. I would encourage you today to stop asking your partner who stepped out of the relationship, did you think of me? The answer is no. The answer is no. The reality is, people, when they find an affair or fall into affair or are involved in an affair, they're not trying to find a different partner, a different spouse. They're trying to find a part of themselves that's been dormant or mute or suppressed or repressed, which is why oftentimes, which is why you can also say affair emotions are not true love, because when somebody's in an affair, they're playing a part, they're playing a role that they can't play in real life. So that's why I talk to a lot of, people, and they'll be like, oh, I was the hero in my affair because I came in and swooped in and, if it's a male, and swooped in and took care of all her woes. And she looked at me as the hero and it felt good to be the hero. And sometimes I'm talking to females and they'll be like, I was just his safety and, whatever the story is, whatever creation you have to create to be involved in an affair. And if you think about your real life, kids, spouse, whatever, then that takes you out of that hero mentality, that takes you out of that alter ego state. And if you do think of your kids, if you do think of your parents, if you do think of your spouse, your partner, your significant other, then you can't be that false person you are in the affair. So why be in the affair? So I know this is a hard pill to swallow for many of you, but keep in mind that people don't fall into affairs or get into affairs, however you want to say it, because they're trying to find a different partner, a different spouse, a different significant other, or that they don't even love you anymore, because absolutely they can still be love you. They can still be in love with you. They go into some call it a trance, obviously a fair fog, but more so than that, they have a completely different identity when they're with the affair partner, which is why it's such an allure. Somebody will say, oh, I never felt like this before. Well, okay. I mean, we can play fantasy for a couple of months, maybe even, over a year, which is why affairs usually die down around the 18th month mark, because people can play fantasy for a long time. And then after that, reality hits in. And then once you are no longer the hero, reality sets in and it's like, I gotta pay bills with you too and do all the things in life with you that I do currently. What's the interest of staying here? Which is why affairs are all about self-centeredness, selfishness, and I'll give you what you want because you give me what I need. It's not true love. Now, that's not to say that, long-term relationships don't happen out of affairs. They do. You probably have a better chance of winning the lottery, but it does happen. And just because a relationship happens out of an affair doesn't mean that it's fulfilling and healthy and mutually gratifying. It just means two people are together. But I digress. So again, please stop asking, did you think of me? No, they didn't. They didn't, and they couldn't. Because if they did, they would not be able to do what they did. And if they thought of you, they would have stopped doing what they did. But since they continued, they didn't think of you. It's not a matter of you weren't significant. It's not a matter of you weren't loved. It's not a matter of you weren't important. It's a matter of I couldn't be that false alter ego that the role I played in this relationship, in this affair, if I did think of you. So please stop asking that, because now you know.